What you looking at, Mr. Goat? We're about to be looking at some Federer stats. Welcome to Coffee Break Tennis. I'm your host, Matt Bradshaw. This is your co-host, Mr. Goat. He's bird watching right now. As we've mentioned before, he's an avid bird watcher. Today, we're going to look at Federer's performance so far in Indian Wells. So before we play anything from Indian Wells, let me just read a comment of someone who suggested something that I know a lot of people think about and suggest, and I just got to tell everyone because there's always new people here. So I might have said it 10 times, and you might have heard it 10 times, but somebody else has heard it 0 times because this is their first time here. So this is from Kurana is the last name, the first name Kasitij. I think it's abbreviated anyway, so I don't feel bad for saying it weird. Hey Matt, after watching cricket all my life, I fell in love with tennis from January 2017, and I am in love. I absolutely love women's tennis, unlike some of the people that watch Coffee Break Tennis. I love women's tennis. I love men's tennis. Maybe a little tiny bit more. I spent hours watching YouTube videos on tennis, you know, just to catch up. I stumbled upon your videos yesterday, and I love them. Love them. I love the personal touch you give. Did you hear that, Mr. Goat? She loves our personal touch. I know it's wishful, but I hope one day... Did I say she? We don't know if this is a she or a he, so I shouldn't say anything. I know it's wishful, but I hope one day you can add video snippets of things you talk about. Thanks. P.S. Ostapenko is so overrated. Well, I was guessing as a female comment because typically males prefer the men's tennis a little. Typically the women. Well, nah, I don't know what's typical anymore. So thank you, Karana. By the way, we're on time today, aren't we? Well, we're very close. I think we'll be very close. So first on Ostapenko, I think Ostapenko's pretty good. I think Ostapenko's very talented, but let's not forget, yeah, maybe Ostapenko will look overrated to you sometimes, to a lot of people sometimes, because Ostapenko's pretty young. So, I mean, we're not going to see her play her very best all the time, even though she's so talented. She's talented enough to beat anyone, anytime. And about video snippets, that's why I really wanted to read this comment. I wanted to let people know who are new to the show that they have pulled a couple of my videos off of YouTube before because I used footage for matches. It's very weird. It's hard to find out. You don't just email Big Tennis and say, hey, which clips can I use or not? It seemed like the U.S. Open is where I got in trouble, and somewhere else, I can't remember. It seems some tournaments, they don't care, and others they do. So we're going to risk it today and show some footage of Federer. What stood out for me in the Krajinovic match, who's not an ex-Jenner, but he's still a young guy. He's like 26. Federer's return of serve is really the big difference maker in his game. When people wonder, could Super Djokovic from 2014, 2015, could he beat Federer now, today? And I don't know, because the Federer return is so much more effective than it was then that we saw in the, those Wimbledon finals. So let's take a look at how Federer returned. I put a montage together of Federer's return games in the Krajinovic match yesterday. So the thing you want to look for in this montage of Federer returns that I've put together for you, my hard work for you, it's from the early in the match to late in the match. It goes in order. Notice how Federer gets more and more brave and steps in closer. Remember, he never played Krajinovic before. His first time they met, so he's kind of feeling out his serve and doing, some of the little block returns, and he's still stepping in. Don't get it wrong. Like the block return, it's more defensive technique maybe because you're not doing the full swing, so it's less risky. You just boom, boom, less movement, less time it takes to get ready to hit it that way. But you can also step in and take it very early that way, so it's still kind of aggressive to return like that. So watch how Federer does that. He feels it out. The next thing you know, he's just stepping inside the court and taking full cuts. The last one is a very nice backhand return towards the, I think it was when he broke to serve it out 5-1 in the second.
Mr.
You gonna watch birds all day? Get in your chair. We got a show to host. You have a contract. So there you go. There's Federer returning. I think he hit a drop shot return on one point that worked. I didn't see it in the highlight reel that I found, but I was hoping I would find it. Also, he hit a shot just for fun that went on the other side of the net and then came back on his side of the net. But that was like, it wasn't a point. It was just like, you know, in between points. Pretty funny. Couldn't find that either. Oh, Mr. Goat is playful. He wants to attack me. All right, Mr. Goat, you can help me press the buttons on the keyboard. So Delbonis won a very high 61% on second serve, 73. And Federer doing a little better, 74 on the first serve and 55 on second. So Federer actually not doing as well on the second serve in that match. Still managed to win in straight sets. I know a lot of people out there said that wasn't a very good match from Federer. But the core idea of what Federer's game is, taking the ball early, always attacking, he was doing it the whole match, and he made it work often enough. And he saved all of the break point opportunities. 3 of 3. He only needed to break Delbonis 1 to get that first set. Second set tiebreaker. He did get a little lucky in the tiebreaker. A little nervy. All right, let's look at the Krajinovic match. So now, look, the return numbers are way better. Krajinovic wins 40% on second, 50 on first. Oh, that's set 2. Just wanted to show you how Federer won 100% on the first serve and the second set. Only lost 3 points on second serve. Wow. This is the whole match. Yeah, Krajinovic, 52% on first. Not very good. And then a horrible 29% on second serve. So there you go. I wanted to show you that serve montage so you can see how it affects these numbers. When Federer is really feeling it and stepping in there and cracking that ball from inside the court off the serve, the contact point is everything. So really pay attention to that when you watch Federer. You know, you want to know how good Federer is playing? Watch him on the return. How risky is he? How much is he stepping in and doing this, creating opportunity to break serve, to hold his opponent to a low percentage like that? Federer's numbers, 89% on first, 53 on second. Broken 1 time, saved the other 2 opportunities. He breaks Krajinovic 5 times. Woo! So real quick, let me just throw this in there. CHUNG took out the Birdman Berdych. That was an interesting match. Held Berdych to 44% on second serve. CHUNG is playing pretty well. Watch out for him. Pretty exciting to see a breakout. Normally when we see a player break out, we don't see them do anything for months. We've seen CHUNG break out the Australian Open. Is he going to do something here? It's looking like he might. So let's look at that draw. Federer will play Jeremy Chardy tomorrow. We won't do a video tomorrow because we would come on before that anyways. We'll be back the next day, Thursday at 11 on time or close to it like we were today. Very close. He'll play Jeremy Chardy tomorrow. We'll talk about that on Thursday. He could very likely play CHUNG. Pablo Cuevas, he's a good clay court player. You know, maybe he's got a chance, but I like CHUNG to come through. So I think we're going to see a Federer CHUNG. That's why I showed you the stats from the CHUNG match. Because CHUNG is playing well. I still think Federer will handle him. Who else is lurking? Taylor Fritz had a good win. Bjorn Chorich, good win. Kevin Anderson, some guy named P. Carreno BUSTA. Who's that? BUSTA! What? What's wrong? You don't like that? He doesn't like BUSTA. So Federer could play BUSTA, Anderson. Mr. Goat, you got hair all over my computer. So Federer could play someone like BUSTA or Anderson or Fritzy, Chorich in the semifinals, looking like CHUNG. Of course, Jeremy Chardy, the big-hitting Frenchman, is up next, and Mr. Goat is gone, running up the stairs. Well, there you go. That's it for me today. I told you we'd be on time, and one of the things I do to make sure we're on time is make it short and sweet. Put it on the screen. The debate rages on. There are 195 countries, according to the Google, in the world. But they also throw out that figure 193, as we know. Some people disagree. They say there are 2 countries that are non-members of the United Nations. They're observer states, the Holy See and the state of Palestine. So if you're from the state of Palestine or the Holy See, which I've never heard of, comment below, let us know. Or if you just know anything about it, maybe you've been to the Holy See, comment below, tell us what it is. Next week, we're going to talk about how many oceans are there in the world, and we'll have a great debate on that. Oh my gosh, I wanted to read more comments. Let's just do it. Hey, check. Novak didn't look like his old self at all. I'm not a fan of his, but I hope he gets back his confidence at some point. Federer needs someone to play against. I agree. Ronnie, cool. Roger will compete Sunshine Double for the 4th time, and his French ambitions will have to wait. I think Fed's going to play the French. I think the signs are looking more and more like that. Joker lost to Kyrgios last year. This year he looked much worse. Would have lost 6-0, 6-0 to Delpo. Wow. And Hikes Tennis says, my prayers for Pete's family. Hey, thank you very much. I just want to let you guys know out there that GoFundMe page, they did it, man. We talked about it less than 24 hours ago on this show, and they raised all that money. So I don't know how many people out there from the Coffee Break Tennis world were part of that, but if you were, thank you very much. I'm sure it means a lot to their family. Oh, now Mr. Goat's here. Now that we're leaving. See ya.